a few years ago, I created a couple of beds in my backyard behind my garage in a sort of unused piece of space, piece of ground. And I've been planting flowers and wildflower seed for insects, etc. But a couple of years ago, I decided to have a go at trying to grow some vegetables. And last year, I grew some vegetables. In particular, I did quite well with potatoes. I grew some first and second early potatoes and did okay with those. And I've also had radish ears and onions and things like that. And this year, I decided that I was going to have a crack at trying to grow some main crop potatoes. And that's what I've done. And that's what this video is about. So I planted some main crop potatoes. And what I'm planning to do in this video is harvest those potatoes and show you what I got out of the ground, etc. But I'll also explain how much they cost and was it worth planting and growing my own potatoes, or was it worth the money? And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'll also show you a little technique that I'm trying out in this video in this year to see if I can sort of get a bit of extra yield in my potatoes. So let's have a look. I bought my potatoes from a store called B&M, which is a low-cost store in the UK, and I bought 2 sets of seed potatoes, 1 Maris Piper, you get 8 in a set, and 1 Desiree, you get 8 of those in a set. And I also bought some onion sets, so I got a whole lot for £5, $6, and that works out £1.33 per batch of seed potatoes. So the current rate for potatoes in the supermarket for Maris Piper is £1.16 per kilo. That's as of today. So I need to get 3 kilos of potatoes out to break even. Or if I get more than that, then I've made a little bit of money. So hopefully I can get 3 kilos out, or 6.6 pounds, and we can see how much I get. I really have left it way too late to harvest these potatoes because I should have taken them out of the ground probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, because they've almost all withered and died, and I'm a bit worried that the worms will have got in and eaten the potatoes before I get them out. I've got a bowl to put the potatoes in, and all that's left to do is to dig, and let's see what the harvest is like. So I'm just going to sort of dig underneath and then just hold the potato, just hold this up and see what I get. Oh, I've got some little ones, that's good. My bowl. Small potatoes to start with. There's a caterpillar there. So I've got a couple. That looks fine. So that wasn't a very good start. The first one didn't get many at all. I don't think I'm going to get 3 kilos on that first batch, but these are looking good. This is what we're after. Nice big spuds. Look at these. Little bit green. This is what we want. Nice big potatoes. Look at that. That was one from this plant, so we'll do that next. Ooh, massive potato. This appears to be it. It's not a bad harvest of potatoes. Actually, I think it's all right. But there was one thing I mentioned earlier, a technique I was trying to out in this batch of potatoes. And let's see how many we get out of that. Let's have a look. So I've seen online that potatoes do very well in tubs, apparently. So I've got this tub here, which I bought from Lidl's. It's a strawberry planter, so strawberries are supposed to come out the side of it. And that's what it's for, but I thought it'd probably make an ideal tub for potatoes. And I have watered this well. I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know how well they're going to come out. But I'm going to give this a try, see how many potatoes I get out of this tub. Wow, that's massive. The red one's very big. The white Maris Pipers didn't do so well. A little bit green as well. I'll keep digging, see if I can find any more. There's some there. Oh, there's some more white ones there getting bigger, but the red ones are massive. I don't know which is which. I'm assuming the white potatoes are Maris Pipers and the reds are Desiree. So what that tells me is I'm doing Desiree next year. Obviously using this bag worked because that was a huge surprise. All these potatoes, all I've got left to do is to weigh them. Let's see how much they weigh and if they're more than 3 kilos. I've got some scales in the bag, just weighs just about half a kilo, so it's really hardly measuring on these scales. I'm going to fill this bag up with the potatoes and then I'm going to measure it again and we'll see how many we've got. Here goes the big weigh-in. So it looks like we've done really well and it's about 6.5 kilos. So I was after 3, so I've doubled my money, which is fantastic. I got my money back and I've saved myself about £3 worth of potatoes here. So that's amazing. £6 worth of potatoes, which is actually at £1.16 per kilo. I've got about £7 worth of potatoes, or about $8.50. What an achievement. I think that's definitely proved, looking at the size of some of these monsters, that using a tub is definitely the way to get big potatoes, a big yield. And I'm really impressed that I've got 6 kilos worth of potatoes on my little tiny plot. And it just shows that you could do the same thing. If you've got a little bit of space in your garden, you can grow your own vegetables and save yourself money, and it's very low maintenance. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this lifestyle video, and I hope it's not been too distracting, especially if you join this channel to watch photography on Instagram. But just goes to prove that you don't have to just do photography on Instagram, and there are other things you can do if you've got yourself a yard, and you can do the same thing. Once again, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.